Hey, what's up guys? It is Rob from Movie Review Time and I'm back with another list video. I'm having a lot of fun doing these, man. I was going through my collection and I'm like, what if I do my top 10 favorite movie series franchise? Basically, my favorite franchises where I like more than, let's say, 2 movies out of the franchise. Or even 3 in that case. I'm talking about movies like, the Rocky series or Star Wars or Back to the Future, series like that. So it was kind of hard, but I got my top 10 here with some honorable mentions, which I'm going to talk about at the end. And yeah, it was a very hard list, and a lot of you are probably going to say, well, what about this series or that series? This is just my opinion. These are my favorite movie franchises. So, and there's a lot of franchises out there. But I would really love to hear your guys' favorite series or franchises. Let me know in the comments what your favorite, or do a response video. That'd be awesome. Let's get on with the video. Starting with number 10 of my favorite movie franchises. I like pretty much every movie in this except for the 5th one. And it is the Die Hard films. I love the first Die Hard, it's my favorite. Die Hard 2 Die Harder is fine. Die Hard 3 is great with a vengeance. Live Free or Die Hard is basically my second favorite of the Die Hard movies. I love Live Free, Die Hard. A Good Day to Die Hard, didn't care for. But I pretty much like, almost all of them in the series. So that's why I put this at number 10. Die Hard movies. Next, coming in at number 9, is the Lord of the Rings movies. I love the Lord of the Rings movies. You got Fellowship of the Ring. You have The Two Towers and The Return of the King. The Return of the King is probably my favorite. And Two Towers has the, really cool battles. And Fellowship, basically is the origin, or basically the start of the whole journey. And some really cool moments with the ring rays and all that stuff. I love this trilogy. I really do. These movies are awesome. I don't really care for the Hobbit ones. I'm basically just talking about the Lord of the Rings ones. I'm not talking about the Hobbit movies. Didn't really care for the Hobbit movies that much. But these movies are great. I love all 3 of these films. So that comes in at number 9 for me. The Lord of the Rings movies. Coming in at number 8 is the Vacation movies. You got Vacation, National Lampoon's Vacation. You got National Lampoon's European Vacation. You got National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which is voted on most people's lists, their favorite Christmas movie of all time. And then you got Vegas Vacation, which I think is really underrated. I even think European Vacation's underrated. A lot of people talk smack on that movie. I really love European Vacation. I love all 4 of these films. I'm not going to count Christmas Vacation 2, with Eddie. That doesn't count. I'm talking about these. All 4 films are fantastic. And that's why it comes in at number 8 for me. Number 7 is the Friday the 13th films. I love every single one of them. Now, I know a couple of you were saying, you love every Friday the 13th film, but you don't like every, Alien film or Halloween film. That's right. I don't. I don't like Halloween. Let's see, I don't like Halloween 4. I don't really care for Halloween 6 or Curse of Michael Myers. I don't care for Halloween Resurrection. And don't get me started on the remakes. The Rob Zombie remakes, I hate the remakes. You could say I just like a handful out of the Halloween series. The Alien series, I like the first 2 Alien movies, and that's it. I don't care for Alien 3, and I think Alien Resurrection is garbage. So why would I put those on the list? I don't even like more than two. I mean, the Halloween, I guess the Halloween series could be like an honorable mention or something, but that's not my favorite. Friday the 13th series has always been my favorite since the beginning. This was the very first horror franchise that I ever collected and that I ever liked was Friday the 13th Part 3. That's where it all started for me. My very first VHS I bought was Friday the 13th Part 3 at Suncoast Video on VHS, and I will never forget it. So, I love this franchise. So that comes in at number 7. Now we're going to talk about number 6, and it's the Karate Kid movies. Karate Kid, the Karate Kid Part 2, and the Karate Kid Part 3. The next Karate Kid doesn't count for me. It is part of the series. You could say I could throw in Cobra Kai, because that is a part of the series, the Cobra Kai series that continues after the Cobra Kai, even though it's, or after the Karate Kid series, even though it's a TV show. But it's still part of the series. So, with the exception of the next Karate Kid, I love the Karate Kid movies. I didn't even mind the remake. So that's number 6. Number 5, oh, I don't have it up here, damn it. Okay, number 5, I'm just going to have to throw this out there. Number 5 I don't have up here with me, but it's the Rambo series. First Blood, an amazing film. First Blood, or Rambo First Blood Part 2, amazing action film. Rambo 3, underrated. I think it's, it gets a lot of heat, that movie does. It's not as good as the first 2 movies, but it's still a damn good action flick. The 4th movie, Rambo, really blew me away. That movie is violent and satisfying. I love that movie. So, I do like all the Rambo films. And that's why it comes in at number 5 for me. Sorry I didn't have it up here to show. Anyway, let's move on. Number 4, the Indiana Jones movies. Lost Ark is a classic. Temple of Doom is my favorite. Last Crusade, an amazing ending, which wasn't even an ending until they came out with Crystal Skull. Crystal Skull, I think, was a horrible attempt to bring back old characters and continue Indiana Jones' story. I like the first 20 minutes of the film. Then it turns into it just turns stupid. You could say I could watch the 4th movie as part of the series for what it is, but in the end, I like the first 3. The first 3 will always be just amazing films to me. So the Indiana Jones series comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, the Back to the Future movies. That's right. Flux capacitor is on. Back to the Future, an amazing movie. Back to the Future Part 2, awesome. Even Back to the Future 3, I didn't like it when I was younger. I thought it was boring. I didn't like the Wild West setting, but now I have a deeper appreciation for it. Even though the end of Back to the Future 3 kind of sucks. It feels rushed to me, like they just wanted to get it done, and it didn't really make sense. Doc shows up in a steam engine, like a train that runs on steam, and he gets like, where do you get all these parts from? Like, there's a lot of unanswered questions. But whatever. You just use your imagination. It's Back to the Future. I love the movies. So that's number 3. Number 2, this would probably be number 1 on most people's lists. Star Wars. Now I'm talking about the original trilogy. I love all 3. New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi, which is my favorite. I love all 3 of those films. With the prequels, I can stand Phantom Menace. I do not like Attack of the Clones. I didn't like the fake love story and the crappy acting. I thought Attack of the Clones was... I just thought it was bad. I don't know. Revenge of the Sith is not too much better. I mean, it's got crappy acting, but I do love the saber battles. I do love the dark tone it has. So I like most of the Star Wars films, but the original trilogy, hell yeah. Number 1. I love every single movie. Rocky. This is my favorite movie series franchise right here, Rocky. Even though Creed is continuing the Rocky series, I don't like that we get a continuation after Rocky Balboa, because Rocky Balboa ended it perfectly. It ended everything perfectly, but we go on with Creed's story, you know, Rocky gets cancer and all that. I didn't like that. I didn't like how Rocky gets cancer, even though they had to make it, you know, you feel emotional for Rocky, what he's gone through. They kill off characters like Paulie, and I just didn't like that. When it comes to the Rocky movies, Rocky 1 and 2 is like one big movie. I love Rocky 1 and 2. Rocky 3 and 4 are action-packed. Rocky 5 kind of goes back to the first one. A lot of people have problems with Rocky 5. Even Stallone says he doesn't really care for Rocky 5. I disagree. I think Rocky 5 is great. I like Rocky 5. Rocky Balboa is very emotional. Also goes back to the first one a lot. The Rocky movies are great. I have a deeper appreciation for the first 2 movies, because back then when I was younger, I saw probably Rocky 3 and 4 the most, and I thought those were the most entertaining, which they are. They're the most entertaining, but the first 2 movies have a lot of heart. It's an inspiration. You know, Stallone was an inspiration. His acting, he played it, you know, great as the character Rocky Balboa in those first 2 films with Talia Shire and Burt Young, and Apollo Creed being kind of like the villain. But I really love those films now. Like, I love them a lot more than I did back then. But the Rocky movies, yeah, they will always be my favorite, for sure. So there you go. That's my top 10 favorite movie franchises. We're going to get to some honorable mentions. The Mighty Ducks series, which didn't make my top 10, but I like all 3 Mighty Ducks films. The first one's great. The second one is probably the most entertaining. And the third one I like. I really like how they're older and they're in this new school and they deal with these preppy seniors. And I like that whole thing, the feud back and forth. Like, who's better? Like, you know, these newcomers or what? Like, I like that whole thing. Gordon Bombay isn't in that movie very much, Emilio Estevez, and that kind of probably upset a few people, but it's alright. I like the new things that they have to do and obstacles to overcome. So the Mighty Ducks movies are great. Next, Rush Hour. The Rush Hour movies. 1 and 2 are fantastic. The third one was okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was just okay. But I really loved the first 2 movies. The second one just seemed like it was funnier. I don't know. The first one had like a lot of cool action scenes, and the second one was just funny. So that's another honorable mention, is the Rush Hour movies. Another series is Toy Story. Toy Story 1 through 3, I like all of them. I like all 3 of these movies. The first one is my favorite. I really like the second one. The third one really kind of blew me away how much I liked it. I really didn't think I would like the third one. But yeah, the Toy Story movies. The American Pie films. Now I'm talking about the regular mainstream American Pie films. American Pie, American Pie 2, American Wedding, and then American Reunion. I'm not talking about the other ones like the Book of Love or the Naked Mile or things. I don't even remember Band Camp. There's like a bunch of those side American Pie films. I'm just talking about the mainstream ones with Jason Biggs. The first American Pie, I remember me and my girlfriend watched it all the time. Like, she really loved that movie at the time it came out. American Pie 2 I thought was a lot raunchier and funnier. American Wedding was kind of over the top with Stifler, and it didn't have all the cast come back for that one. I thought it was good though. American Reunion surprised me. It surprised me how much I liked that one, because the whole cast comes back. Even Chris Klein comes back because he wasn't in American Wedding. He even says that he's like, "Oh, I missed your wedding. I'm not going to miss the reunion." It's like I'm kind of glad that they touched on that because it kind of felt like something was missing in the American Wedding. But I like all four. I like all four of the American Pie films. Here's another honorable mention: the Lethal Weapon movies. I can say that I do like all four movies. Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, I like a lot. Lethal Weapon 3, it's good, but I really like Lethal Weapon 4. I think Lethal Weapon 4 is hilarious. I love the action stuff with Jet Li. In the fact that, you know, Chris Rock's there, but Riggs and Murtaugh are getting older, and so, you know, they gotta pretty much go with the flow and say, you know, I'm getting too old for this, and then they deny that. Like, you know, I'm not too old for this shit. You know, screw that. I like that whole thing. So they're talking about making another one, and I'm all for it. So the last honorable, well, I guess I could name. Here's one that I didn't know if I should mention this or not. I'm going to say the Child's Play films. Now, I'm talking about the Child's Play movies, not the Chucky films, okay? When people are like, oh, it's the same thing. No, they're not. Child's Play 1 through 3 is a different series than Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky. After Child's Play, it turned into, I want to say, just Chucky movies. That's what the titles say, but it's the Child's Play films. Child's Play, Child's Play 2, and Child's Play 3 is a fantastic trilogy. I love all three of those movies. The first one was scary. The second one was fun. The third one, I want to say, was hilarious. At the same time, a lot of fun. I love all three Child's Play films. And that's why I'm saying just Child's Play, not Chucky, like all the way through. Even though it's the same series, it continues on after. I'm just saying Child's Play. I wasn't sure if I should mention that or not, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. The last honorable mention series I'm going to mention is the Insidious films. I love all four of these. You got Insidious, which I loved. Insidious Chapter 2, which was great. Insidious Chapter 3, which I really liked, and surprisingly, Insidious The Last Key, which is Insidious 4, I really enjoyed this one. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, the Insidious films, I mean, that's another horror franchise that I think they're doing great with these. Yeah, it's really the direction and the it's not really all about jump scares. These are they do the actual scares really good in this. But yeah, Insidious. I think that's it. Yep. So anyway, guys, yeah, that is my top 10 favorite movie series franchises that I thought I'd share with you with some honorable mentions. Sorry, Freddie, your list wasn't, you know, your movies were on this list, so because it comes to the Nightmare on Elm Street series, honestly, there are only 4 movies I can stand out of all of them. First Nightmare, second, third, and fourth movie. Otherwise, I hate 5. 6 I can't stand. New Nightmare was alright. And the remake can kiss my ass. That remake sucks. So anyway, this is just my opinion, okay? I know I probably don't have any in here. You know, there's probably some missing that maybe you like, but it's just my opinion, like I said. If you want to do a response video, that'd be awesome. Do a response. I can't wait to hear your guys' you know, your list. And so, yeah, what do you think of some of these titles I mentioned? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for subscribing and sticking with me. Coming up, I'm going to be having a huge vacation vlog. I haven't really done a vlog. I've done like food vlogs and stuff, but this is going to be kind of like a vacation vlog where I'm going to be staying at a cabin by a lake. Friday the 13th. Maybe I'll see Jason. I'm going to be staying by at a cabin, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a long one. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time.